Do the Niners need a new return specialist? And it's funny to throw the word new in there because that implies that they have one now. And I would say that they really, really don't. So let me take the word new out. Do the 49ers need a return specialist? And if so, who?
Yeah. They absolutely need a new return specialist. How could they not? Their kick return team was awful this past season. Punt return was not much better. I had a random thought the other day, and it's completely out of the question now, but if Jared Hayne would have stuck with the NFL or the 49ers didn't cut him, I think he could have become a legit return man in the NFL. I really do. But more realistic options, Cordarelle Patterson is someone the 49ers should definitely look into signing this offseason. He has value as a kick returner, punt returner, and he can also be used in that Deebo Samuel role where he has the physique of a wide receiver, but has played running back for the Bears the last several years. D.D. Westbrook is a guy who comes with some character concerns, but also provides similar value. So they absolutely need to look to upgrade at the return positions, 100%.
The guy I've been talking about for a while is Isaiah McKenzie from Buffalo. We saw him score on the 49ers when they played this season on a motion to the left side, and he beat someone to the pylon on a throw. And he's 5'7". He's a slot receiver, so that's not really the prototypical slot receiver, I guess, Shanahan's looking for if he's drafting Jawan Jennings to possibly be that role and Jalen Hurd. So McKenzie is different, but he's a much better punt returner. He had one punt return this year. You know what he did? He returned to 84 yards for a touchdown. I don't remember the last time the Niners had a punt return touchdown. It's been a while. But Isaiah McKenzie would probably cost less than $2.5 million. He would diversify the offense, and he would also help out a lot in the return game. Overall in his career, he's a 9.5 yard per return punt returner. And the Niners as a team this year were 9 yards per punt return. So even when he's never been year in and year out the full-time punt returner, he's still been much better than any of the Niners had this year.
You don't have to sell me on Isaiah McKenzie. I love Isaiah McKenzie. I remember when he came out in 2017, he went to Georgia, and I put him in all of my mock drafts. I thought he was going to be the Niners return specialist. I thought for sure. And the way I remember it is that I thought like they were right in position to take him in round 4 or 5, maybe 5. And the Broncos jumped ahead of him to get him or something like that. And then the Niners moved back to get Trent Taylor. I think that he would have been on the Niners if that hadn't happened. I mean, I forget how the maneuvering was, but Denver edged him out or took him right before they got to Trent Taylor. That's the way I remember it was 4 years ago. Anyway, yeah, hell of a player. He could do a lot of what Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk do. Mm-hmm. Nick, what you said about Cordarelle Patterson, that was going to be my answer. I love Cordarelle Patterson because he can be the kick returner. He's like the greatest kick returner of all time. He's still averaging more than 30 yards per kick return for his career. Did it again last year. I think he had like 1,000 yards as a kick. Anyway, so I love that. He could be a running back on the team. He can do a lot of what Deebo Samuel does. He's Deebo insurance. So him. But I'm just going to give a different answer just to be different. I'm going to say, yeah, they need new return specialists, but they don't need anyone that's not already on the team. The kick returner should be Deebo. The punt returner should be Ayuk. Those two have the ability to be the best in the league at those two things. Imagine Deebo Samuel taking the ball out on a kick return. He'd have no fear. He would hurt people running the ball. He might hurt himself, but I think he would hurt other people. Deebo Samuel did that at South Carolina. He's so devastating with the ball in his hands. And then Ayuk can make a lot of guys miss. I think he can return punts for touchdowns. If those guys, I would like to see that. But I know the Niners are far too cautious to ever do something.
Are you concerned about – I'm not concerned about Brandon Ayuk on punt return, but Deebo Samuel as a kick returner, the more interest, especially that's high velocity contact?
No, I'm worried about the other guy.
Yeah,
I'm worried about the guy
me too, honestly. He'll kill some people.
No, I mean, what I see on the kick returns is the guys who get hurt on the kick returns are the guys who like tiptoe up the field. Dante Pettis. If you go up with some velocity and you initiate the contact or you're at least in control of where you're going, you'll be okay. I haven't seen any. That's the Dante Pettis thing is the only time I can remember. It was like almost like watching your little brother jog up the field. Like, oh my God, get him off the field. Anyway, sorry, Dante, if you're watching.
It looked like when the tight end up man catches the kick return and they're like, oh, I should have fair caught this.
What am I doing?